Hi, I'm Johnny Lavoy and I'm a hairstylist with Ford Artists. Today what I'm going to do is show you how to achieve that look you might have been seeing on some of those young celebrities in young Hollywood, and we're going to call it hippie chic. And what it is sort of that bohemian look with a loose wave, and I'm going to incorporate some braids too. So what I'm going to do to start this look is, of course, as I always start, by sectioning the hair. So I'm going to section the hair. So from the top of the head to the back of the ear, and we're just going to clip this section off. And I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Just take sections about an inch or two thick or wide, and we're going to start our waving process. To achieve this look, what I'm going to do is use a waving iron. And the reason why I'm going to use a waving iron is because it's going to give me a flat curl versus a curling iron that's going to give me a lot of volume. And we don't want volume, we sort of want that hippie look like she just took her hair out of braids. So I'm going to just take this waving iron and go down the hair, holding it for a couple seconds each section. And you can see that she has that wave, but now it's flat. It's not bouncy and curly. And the great thing about using a waving iron is that you don't have to get it super perfect. It's more to create a texture versus a perfect wave pattern. And with this look, it's all right if you don't get every single hair in the waving iron. You can leave some pieces straight. Okay, so after the back is done, now we're going to do the front. So each side section in the front should be split to about 3 sections. So this would be 1, 2, and then the final one on top is 3. So it doesn't have to take a long time. You can whiz right through this. It's a little thicker, this last section, so I'm going to hold it a couple seconds longer. If your hair curls easy, you might not need as much time. If it's resistant, you might need to hold it there a little longer. And you can get these waving irons at most beauty supply stores. You can look online. So our first section in the front is now done. You can see it's not a complete symmetrical wave pattern, but that's great because it's the texture we want to create. We don't want it to look really set. We kind of want it to look natural. And this looks great with a center part, but you can also experiment if you prefer to wear your hair on one side versus the other. But that center part is kind of that flashback to the 70s when the hippie revolution was going on. So now what I'm going to do is add a little more point of interest to this look and give her some braids to dress it up a bit. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is just take a little section in the back of the hair towards the crown, and I'm going to pin that up. The next thing I'm going to do is determine how much hair I want to pull back and how much hair I want to braid. So I think by just taking about an 1.5 inch section at the front, and if I pull it back, I kind of like how that's coming out. So I'm going to take that hair and put it in a loose braid. And again, I'm not being super picky about the braid because I want it a natural texture and kind of that undone done look. So after I have the braid done, what I like to do is sort of take my fingers and kind of mess the braid up by just sort of pinching it, because it gives me the braid a little more texture and a little more of a decorative element, and it makes it a little more fashion forward. So after you've done that, then you're going to secure the end of the braid. And I'm just using a little clear elastic. And following the same steps I did on the other side, after the braid is done, go through and just pinch it and push it and mess it up a little bit. See how it flattens the braid out and just widens it and makes it look a little cooler? So after I've done my 2 braids, what I'm going to do is take both braids, pull them to the back, and secure it with a 3rd elastic. So the purpose of me leaving this section out is because now when I let it down, it's going to cover the elastic and hide any of the parts that are secured that you don't want to be seen. And then what I'm going to do to finish this look off is just a little spray to tie in any of those flyaways, give the hair a little hold, and now she's hippie chic. This look is great for those girls with naturally wavy hair. because you can finally put away those flat irons and embrace your natural wave. Not only is this look fashionable, it's also very low maintenance and easy to accomplish. Working backstage at Fashion Week is great because I get a sneak preview of what's coming up for the following seasons. And this year, Hippy Chic is going to be hitting the streets.